I got to put this on the stand, and the stand is on the corner, so I got to be able to look somehow, some way, point this, and still see the camera. Let me just loosen that. A little better. Anybody on? Nobody on yet? Okay. Let's see. I'm doing my brother's, and then I'll do the other mask another night. I got to finish this off. I got some good makeup brushes while I was out. No, not good. I got cheap ones. All right. So this is what I've done to this guy so far. I've got that touch of yellow. I got a mud wash on there. I knew I had mud wash. I had my mud wash right here. See, it says it right on the cap. Mud wash. And it's just black and brown, more black than brown. And I put a little yellow. No, not yellow. It's not yellow. It's burnt sienna. That's the color that I put on here to give it that yellowed look, but I did a wash, a very watery wash. And I just kept putting it on and putting it on and putting it on and wiping it off and wiping it off and wiping it off. And I got several layers on here. But we're also going to be doing the mark that goes across here and then up and then down here. Kind of like we're going to do that dirty mark there. So I'll give you a dirty look. Oh yeah, still got to do the back of the mask. I layered it. I didn't actually wipe off the white paint on here. I'm probably going to dab little bits of white paint like right in the center here. Just little bits, not a. This is supposed to be the 1981 Halloween, original Halloween 2 mask. And I'm going to paint this so it looks really good. So, anyway, yeah, my brother's going to be excited to see this. I still got some blackening to do in the lip area, underneath the nose. I got the flesh put on there pretty good. It's dried. I still got some flesh to do on the back end of the mask, like this here. I want it darker. I want it darker and dirtier on the back. A little dark and dirty here. I did that to the ear on this side. See, little flesh tones coming through. You know, just gotta keep working it. It's a nice look. I've gotten some dark in here. I'm going to go even darker in here once this is done. Not too dark though. I'm not going to make it black. You're going to still see. Come on, what am I hooked on? I got to get situated here. What the hell am I calling? Hold on. Aha, it was the carpet. Okay. Glasses have got to come off. I've got my airbrush here too, which I'm probably going to use in here, but not very much, just a very light bit. And I'm going to have to really spray that really fine. Okay, so, okay, where am I at? What am I doing? Yeah, I want a dirty, grungy looking mask. That's the goal here. Okay, so we're going to try a little bit of this charcoal. I need the smallest, flattest makeup brush. Here we go. Now why? Now that's stupid. They've got the brush end at the top. You end up destroying the brush trying to get it out of there. Alright, there we go. That's a round brush. That's not what I kind of don't want, but we're going to use charcoal powder. One of Nick's favorite things to use. Nick Malpagano, sorry. And I want to get it into, I'm going to just see how it reacts to this here. Let me see how easy it is to come off. Ooh. Okay. That don't come off that great, so we got to be really careful with this. Okay, I'll have to touch that up with a little bit of white paint and dirty it up again. But I want to have to really be very careful with this. Oh, I love it. This works so much better. Man, a little bit goes a long way too. See, I'm dabbing this into my, am I blocking everybody's view? I'm dabbing this. Wow, you know what? This is going to really work good. And I'll be able to retouch this up. Thank you, Nick Malpagano, for that tutorial that showed me how to use wow, wow. Look at that, guys. Oh my God, that looks so good. Now I have to, I'm probably going to wipe this down a little bit just to, I'll have to figure out. Wow, that looks really good. Now this is going to have to get a wipe down with. Okay. This is going to get wiped down. Don't get too nervous. I'm going to use a rubbing alcohol for that to really try and pull this off of here, so I don't. What I'm doing here is just like creating like thumbprints and stuff that were, you know, when Nick Castle would carry the mask by the hair. He would carry this mask by the hair, and the dye, not dye, I'm sorry, it was actually spray paint, would get on his fingers. And from him grabbing the mask and stuff, he would have fingerprints on his mask from the spray paint coming off. So we're just going to dab on spots. Just dirty it up, man. Make it look good. I still got flush tones to do on the back of the neck. I still got some white touches to do yet. Some white touch up. Making my areas all pop, that's all I'm doing. All right, now, before I get carried away with myself here, let me try and clean off some of this stuff where I don't want this stuff. All right, starting here. Wow, man, that stuff really just goes crazy on you. Now I know what he meant by really light dusting. I doubt I'm going to get that off of there. Let me see. I'll have to touch up with white paint. I'm learning as I go here, guys. I'm really fumbling in the dark here. I'll have to touch it up with white. That's all. Oh, here we go. I'll reapply that a little better. Wow, man, that stuff really goes all over the place. Okay. The powder is so fine. I think what I'm going to do is, because everything's so dark here, I'm just going to hit this with a really light blast of white paint. A real light blast. Now the thing I want to definitely do though is I want to put this into the eyebrows. I mean, this paint job is not going to look like this when it's done. It's got to really, it's got to be toned way back. Yeah, that's going to get cut way back. I've never worked with this charcoal before, so this is like a learning experience, and boy, am I learning hard. Very hard and very fast. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a foundation down, and then I'm going to spray downward on this thing with the and all these colors will probably pop, but I'm going to have to really yeah, I'm going to spray this down so it's not going to look like this. No way. Now I know I have to go really, really easy with this charcoal, and the charcoal does not want to rub off. So that is a lesson learned here. I wish I had the it just got done raining out there, so I'm kind of, you see the potential, but you know what I want to do real quick before, no, I got to do that last. Oh, it's coming off. I just have to rub it harder and put more alcohol in my. Actually, I like the way that kind of took control of this. All right. Need a clean spot. Definitely got to get all the wow, okay. There's way too much right in here. Oh, this is a dirty ass mask. Way too dirty. We'll get it. Really got to sneak in this color. It's got to be like really washed out a lot more. That's looking a lot better now. We don't want all of it to go. A lot of it. All right. New towel. Actually, now's the time for the rub out with the sheet. Oh yeah. And I got a lot of rubbing to do here. I created my own nightmare. Some of that flesh to come through too. Man, I'll tell you what, that stuff goes a long way, that charcoal. I only dabbed that a couple times in this thing, and it really took over. Man, oh man, I took off some of my yellowing too, and I didn't like that idea. But it's looking dirty and grimy. Gotta have some white. Popping all those imperfections out of the mask. I can't see your comments, guys, because I am actually ah. You know where we want this to pop is where the bulges are. You know where the high spots are. That's where you want the white to really come through. And this is a nightmare. You know what? I'm taking this off of here. Boy, I need practice. I'm going to need some practice. I'll have to look some of these videos up on how to paint these a little better, that's for sure. Might have to send them off. Send them off to some people that know how to paint these a lot better than me. But I'll get better at it, no doubt. I guess this is my weak link, my paint jobs. All right, now you can see that bubble. Too dark. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to still spray that light dusting of white paint over the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's what I should do right now. I should do it right now before I go any further with this. Just do a real quick. I think I just figured out some tricks here with that charcoal. Subtle works. I got a lot over here. See, I brightened up this cheek here, right in between. It's a little too dark in here. Lips are too dark. This is definitely a creepy looking mask. This is definitely going to be really good once the paint job's done right. I think the paint job is everything on this mask. I think it's going to be important to really get a good job on this paint. And it's going to take me a while to get this down. Just need it more subtle. I took too much off of there, but that's all right. Right in here, I want to get this cleaned up nice and white, just like I did over here. Need my hand in it behind it so I can push on it. Live and learn, baby. Live and learn. Bringing that white back, slowly but surely. I still got to put the black in the eyes, around the whole rim here and underneath this area here. But it's getting there. I put way too much on, that's for sure. I can't wait to see you guys, your comments. You're going to be like, oh boy, this guy's got some learning to do. Yes, I do. I know it. You don't have to tell me nothing. I just don't want to. Just got to keep hitting those high spots and make sure that I hit them good. Definitely looks a lot better aged, that's for sure. This mask does, it's got all the features. It really does. Little imperfections in the mask, that's perfect to give it that. There's a little white paint that has to go here because I can see the flesh tone trying to come through. Right in here a little bit. Got to keep working it until I get it right. Man, I don't know if I'm in frame. I hope I am. A dirty mask. That's what we're getting to. That's what we're getting at. That's becoming a dirty looking mask, that's for sure. Need another sheet. Can't wait to get to the herring. Need this long ass piece here. A small piece. Just enough to be able to put my finger on it. Or in it. Yeah, that's cleaning up the eye area nice. A lot of rubbing off. I shouldn't have to be doing all this rubbing off because I overkilled with the paint, that's for sure. Rodney Parm, if you're ever watching this, steer me right, my friend. Please steer me right. Nick Mopagano. I guess it's a learning curve too. They're probably going to say what I would say. Yeah, you just got to practice. But the thing is, people want this mask, and I want to make sure that I'm giving them a good product, you know? I don't want it to be crappy looking. Definitely don't want that. That charcoal, man, I got to really get used to doing that, using that. That's going to be a trick. That is going to be a trick. Now this isn't an H1, this is an H2. Going to be. If I can get the scheme right. It's going to be an H2. You know, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick paintbrush job on this and see how this looks. And I'll come back and do the eyes. So, you know, I just need to. This problem is this is too round. I need a taper blending brush. Maybe if I use one of these Q-tips with the charcoal, we'll see how that works. I need to get it into those crevices right in here, because this is all broken up in here. It doesn't look right. So what I'm going to do is just touch the end of this thing in here. Just ever so. Now I'll take a lot of that off again. Now, I got that into the crevices where I wanted it to be. Now I take off. See how this comes off. See if it comes off as easy as it went on. I hope. Still too dark. clean spot. Because this charcoal, once it gets on the rag, what happens is it just spreads. That's way too much. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. You see some of the white coming through the flesh. That's pretty cool. Gives it a true dirty look. Yeah, I like that. It's going to be a cool Halloween 2 mask when I'm done. I don't know what that looks like on camera. It's overkill right now, the way I look at it now. It's a little too much. There's too much going on, but that's definitely a cool aged pretty cool, I think, anyway. All right, so I need to get into this. There we go, that looks a little better. I got a box at 99.1% alcohol. Stuff's sitting around here somewhere. See, what I want is to pop all the high spots. Here I've got to clean. I got to put it like a little bit more of a wash right in here. I'll tell you, I think most of this is truly, it's all about the washes. Um, the color's creepy. I'll go with that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint those eyes real quick, right in here, just to see where this thing's going to look. You know, see how this thing's going to look in the end. I'm just going to put a little dab of this black right on the rag or paper towel that I have sitting here. And then I'm probably going to do a quick blast just to see what this thing's going to look like. And what I have to do here is this is where I got into trouble before. I'll take that off of there. That's not going to work. I gotta have. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. We don't want to put too much on this. What do I do with my pit? Oh, right here. Now we just want to get into the other areas of the eye. Yeah, it's a little easier now when I'm comfortable. Damn it. I knew it. Got too cocky. I don't have the steady hand that I used to have, that's for sure. Let me see if I can get it out with this. That's okay, it just kind of blended in there. That was pretty cool. Let's not get cocky here, Johnny boy. Let's just get this job done. Of course. Yeah, of course. I gotta do this with my hands. Gotta have the mask upside down. Are you guys still on? No, I am. I've got London. I'm definitely going to lighten the lips. All right, let me go all the way back here. Crusher, you're on Halloween 2. Yes, 1981. I got a long way to go yet. Rub harder. Oh, I'm definitely going to lighten the lips a little more. I'm gonna put a coat a light coat of white paint over this, real fine. Freezing up a lot. You guys still on? Say hello so I know who's on with me right now. Yeah, this is still, let me zoom out. Now, I don't know if it freezed up or not. I don't know. But I'm going to put a little light coat of white paint on this whole thing. Just a light coat. Now, this doesn't look real right because it looks elongated. Yeah, it's still too much weathering. Way too much weathering. I'm going to put a little bit of white paint inside. You know, just I'm going to hit this thing with a real light coat of dust of white paint on this, and that should really bring it in. And you'll still see those. I'm going to put it so light, you'll still see all the shadowing underneath. Some of the yellowing. Might have to do a little bit more yellow wash on it again. Well, burnt sienna is what color it is. But it'll give us a pretty cool look, I think. Besides that, guys, I only wanted to be on for like an hour. But you can see the character that this thing's going to really generate. I think this thing's going to really look good when it's all said and done. And like I said, like it's all too dark underneath here. The neck area, I'm going to splash just a little bit of white on there. But let me show you something that I did to the sculpture. I changed the eyebrows. Check out those eyebrows on the sculpture. All right, I made those eyebrows, especially this side. That's completely different from over here. See, this is the master copy, and if I can show you that I made it thicker. Hold on. Let me just turn it. I'll just spin it so it's facing basically the same direction as that. All right. Now look at the eyebrow different. See the left eyebrow? And I wanted it to look like that on the original. So the eyebrow is just a little bit different. See, this eyebrow, it goes up just a little bit and then hooks down. This I brought straight across down the bottom. I filled this in. And this eyebrow is supposed to be a little thicker than the other one. If you look at like one of the... Yeah, so I like the way this looks now. I really like it. Now, I'm actually thinking about recasting this in plaster once I fix the nose and lips and the undercuts of the eyes. I'm gonna recast this again because I really love the way the eyebrows are on the money now. They were a little too. Hold on. They were a little too. Like I even, let me see. Changed this eyebrow just a little bit too, especially right in here. Let me see, right in here. And I'll show you. Not much, but just a little bit. See, look at see, that's the way that's tapered off. And see how that's cut this way? It's cut up a little bit. And I raised this point just a little bit higher and it flattened it out around here and pulled this down just a little bit. And why I say that is because if you look at this directly straight on, now you're looking at them straight on. A little more attitude. Looks a little bit more like the, I'm going to say the poster. I made the eyebrows look more like the poster art of the, poster art of, come on, Halloween 4 and 5. I'm just tired. I've been at it all day, guys. I've been out. I've been working on my other things. But I'm going to be painting in all these details, all these dark marks and everything that are on here. This is Handy Boy. I can't find a really good shot like this. I haven't been able to find it. I know I have them in my collection. I just got to find it. But it's a real high definition shot where you can see every little mark that's on the mask. I wish I could see a real good side shot of this. Maybe there's one out there. But this is Handy Boy. Nick Malpagano, his repaint on the Halloween 2. I think that's a Warlock. That's a Warlock mask. That's exactly what that is. That he must have overhauled. Or maybe it's not his at all. I don't know. Is it Handy Boy? I'm not sure if it's Handy Boy. Yeah, Warlock with DW Deluxe paint. I don't know. Maybe it isn't Handy Boy. I might be wrong, guys. But yeah, it has to be more subtle. See how nice and subtle all this is? Real subtle. That's just a really, really, really light shadowing. I can't have these dark shadows in here. That's just not going to work. It's too dark. Yeah, the reason why the face looks narrow is because we're close to it. I'm only like 1.5 feet away from it. It pulls that. I've told you guys numerous times. I've showed you where if you get too close with this type of camera, it literally makes the face go real narrow. Watch. See how it narrows? I get back about 6 feet. So now you're starting to see the actual size. Now that's the large mask. This is a large mask. Oh, if you can send me some pictures of the original Halloween 2 in high def, high resolution, I'd much appreciate it, man. I need some really good shots of the Halloween 2. Because this is just not cutting. I can't see the side view. I can't really see a real good and at this distance. So yeah, this is a bigger mask. This mask is probably, I'm going to say 26 inches, close to 27, maybe 26 3/4. Oh, I appreciate that, Crusher, because I want to get the paint jobs right. You know, I got to get them really close. And a light dusting of white needs to go over top of this. Really does, because it's just a little too much. A little too much. Yeah, I think I have to shadow this one spot. That's fine. The black and white doesn't matter because I know what the color is, kind of. It's just dirt. It's mud. It's a mud mix. It's like a brown and black, more heavier towards the brown, or the black than brown. And it's applied very lightly in layers to bring it in. But this should turn out pretty good when this is all done, hopefully. I know he's excited about it. My brother, because he's never really had a good Halloween 2 mask. He's always wanted a Halloween 2. That's his favorite film. The eye cuts, I'm probably going to wipe out the blackening because it makes the eye cuts look way too big. So I'm going to take that black ring out of there. Yeah, it just needs to be refined a little bit better. I have to get better at painting. That's just the way it is. It's a learning process, and I knew my painting skills weren't as sharp as they used to be many, many, many years ago. I remember I used to just stain wood. I never really did a lot of painting, um, so I still have to hone in that art. I have the eye. That goes without saying, but I don't have the techniques down yet. I got to get the techniques down. So I'm not worried about. All right, Crusher. I won't take any offense if you guys have these masks rehauled. I mean, I'm happy that you guys feel that this mask is sculpted really nice for you guys. So if you send it off to get it redone, I would not uh, be surprised. For one, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not offended by it because, like I said, it's my weakest link is the painting, and I still hopefully can get this looking a lot better than what it is. Um, yeah, what I think too with this mask is natural uh, mistakes actually enhance the look. I think if a now you can see the small mask is behind that. I'm just noticing. Look at the size of the eye cuts. Look how much smaller they are on the small mask. There's just that much of a big difference with the large mask. The eye cuts are no different on that mask than there is. Okay, cool. I'll have to look at some photos. Hopefully you're sending them through Messenger because I don't know. Can I upload it from Messenger? Can I download them from Messenger? I'm hoping I can. There's a big difference between the small mask and the large mask. Um, the eye cuts are no different. It's just that the mask is so much bigger. Yeah, Instagram. I can't download the pictures from Instagram though. That's the problem. They won't allow you to download them to blow them up to make them look bigger. So try to send them through Facebook on Messenger. That would be a better way to do it. Okay, can't send it on Messenger. Oh, I'm trying to think. You have my custom corpses. I'll tell you what. Email them to me. Here's custom corpses at Gmail. It's actually no. Let me double check that email. I got to make sure it's the right. No, it's DJ Styles with three Y's. DJSTYYYLES at gmail.com. I'll repeat that. DJ, D as in dog, J as in jump, Styles, STYYYLES at gmail.com. Send me the photos directly to that. Then I'll be able to look at them and open them and put them on my desktop like I have it here. Be able to see them better. Yeah, I mean this looks pretty creepy and everything, but it's going to look better once I lighten just a little bit with some white paint. And I'll probably add a little bit more of the yellowness over top of that white, just a touch, just to give it some shadowing and Just got to be careful with the weathering. Weathering can really kill you. I still got to, as a matter of fact, if I'm going to paint the white on here, I might overspray. I might spray the flesh tone on the back of the neck, so it's a little easier to do. I dabbed it all on here. I took the flesh tone mask paint and I dabbed it into over top of the white, and that's not a. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about that look, but this should be pretty nice when this is all said and done. When it gets done, I'm not going to stop. I won't quit on this until I'm happy with the way it looks. And I won't even start putting the marks across the top of the head or that darkening in there. That's the last thing I do on this mask. And then, no, the very last thing is I hair it. But I'm waiting for my blending board to come in the mail. I had to order one. It cost me like 130 bucks. Waiting for a blending board to come so I can blend the hairs. I got all the hairs back there ready, dyed. I dyed them all, so they're ready to go. Yeah, this is the Custom Corpses. Mm-hmm. This is going to be painted to look like the Halloween 2. Oh, great, Crusher. Thank you so much. Because if I can get some really good pictures of this, I can do a better job. You know, it's really important to get good pictures. You know, I still got, man, it's just way too much weathering up in here. This is actually scuffed off. I thought there must have been a light spot with the white right there. I must not have painted it hard enough. But I'm going to, I'll touch that up. Yeah, dingy, man. It's a little too much weathering. Too much weathering, that's for sure. Oh yeah, when the hair's on here, it's going to change the whole look of this. It really will. But I'm a perfectionist. I really am. I really like this line here. This is irritating me because it's too defined. We're not looking to have a defined dark line here. It's got to be a really light. I'm going to say in the shading of about here. You see where that gray is right in here? That's about how light I want this in here. I want this very light. But that charcoal, man, I got to really get used to that because the thing is, I was wiping it off, and it was way too dark. The problem is when you go to wipe it off, like I was wiping it right here, the charcoal, and just one too many wipes, and you've lost all your charcoal. So you end up with nothing to really blend. I've got to get used to using that charcoal. I think that charcoal is the trick. But you have to have a very light touch, you know, and I want to darken in, I want to charcoal in here a little bit, but very light, just a slight shadowing, just a little, like right in here, see, like right in here, right at the tip of my finger, I want to get that light, very light coloring. And then, you know, shadow everything in, but very light and mild. So, all right, I'm going to jump off of here, guys. We're not going to get this completed tonight. Not with the. I got to go out. I need to be out in the daylight to put a fine coat of white on there because I don't want to try and do it in the dark. I'll end up putting way too much white on it or something will happen. So, yeah, pretty much. You guys have a great night. All right. Peace, and I'll see you guys tomorrow because I'm going to be right back on here tomorrow. I'm not going to quit until this is done, and then once I have this done, that one's going to be an H1, Halloween 1 original, 78. So it should be nice. Hey, what? What's up? I didn't jump yet, Crush. What do you want? I'll send you. Yes, you can do that in Messenger. Anytime you want to send me photos, though, please send me to my email address that I just shared with you on here. And that goes for anybody here that's on here. Oh, I like it. I like all. I mean, I can't be a. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert by far. I still have to learn how to paint. That's going to be a. It's going to be a challenge. And the biggest challenge is not so much just the painting. It's being consistent. Your mask have to be consistent. So it's like, not only do I have to make sure it's good. You have a frozen screen? Shit, man. What is going on? London, you still got a frozen screen? That sucks. You know what happened? And I'll tell you what this does. And I don't know why this does this. And it's driving me crazy. London, you can contact me directly through my email if you can hear me, and that's send him post my email for London, okay? Give him my email so he can contact me directly. Any of you guys that are on here all the time, use my email because I'll check that every day. That or Facebook. You can get me on Facebook quite a bit. Yeah, I gotta get some. I gotta learn how to do this. Ken Lashy, what's up? Custom looks good. Yeah, it's still got a ways to go, man. Like I said, I've got some learning to do. Hard dude, 86. I am gonna lighten everything up. I'm gonna lighten it all up. It's not gonna be like this. All right, so I'm gonna bounce off of here. You guys have a wonderful night and peace. I'll see you tomorrow, definitely.